That area morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And how will February begin?
So we are starting out today. For most of us, we're going to be seeing some sunshine, but then North Country is actually going to be seeing lake effect snow all day.
A lot?
It's looking like 2 to 5 for the Old Forge area and a little bit more in the Tug Hill region, but I say they need it.
Yeah, good for those snow lovers,
yes,
right?
Good for areas up north. Let's take a look now at the temperatures to start this morning. I would definitely recommend using the car starter. We are very, very cold to start. Temperatures ranging in the single digits and in the lower teens. We are going to be seeing partly sunny skies for all of us to start, and then that lake effect snow will pick up for areas up north later here this morning. So here's our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. A few flurries in our area, but we will remain dry today. Areas up north, including Old Forge, even Boonville a little bit. As you can see here, lake effect snow already starting to form over Lake Ontario in the Watertown area. They will be seeing lake effect snow for today. So once again, very, very chilly to start. Icy spots as well, so just be careful when driving or heading out to the car. Lake effect snow picks up for areas north, but for the rest of us, we do stay dry. And then all of us will dry out for tonight, tomorrow, with that Arctic blast coming in for Friday and for Saturday. So for today, expect partly sunny skies, windy conditions. It is going to remain cold with highs just in the 20s, and lake effect snow picks up for up north. And I will be talking a little bit more about our weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. New York State Police.
The Oneonta Cam is brought to you by Mountain Ice Paint Gel.
Welcome back. We are starting out very chilly this morning. Temperatures in the single digits and lower teens, but calmer winds at this point. The wind will pick up today, though. I would say late morning, early afternoon. So temperatures are just going to reach the lower 20s today, and it is going to feel about 10 degrees cooler than the actual temperature because of that wind. But most of us are going to remain dry for the Mohawk Valley and south. Areas north actually are going to be seeing some lake effect snow. The heaviest band looks to remain in the Tug Hill region with 2 to 5 inches just around that, including Boonville, Old Forge, and then a trace to 2 around that, and that looks to include Rome a little bit. So that is for all of today. That will dry out tonight, and then we are going to be seeing very frigid air actually coming in this weekend. Here's a look at that for Friday and Saturday. Friday looks way cooler than Saturday because it also is going to be windy. We warm up a little bit more on Saturday with winds calming down a little bit more, but Friday night into Saturday morning, wind chill values are going to be getting as low as 35 to 40 degrees below zero. Gary.
Anna, thank you. Boilermaker priority registration. Well, the moon eclipsed Mars in what is referred to as an occultation. That happens when a planet disappears from our view directly behind the moon's left side and reappears an hour later on the opposite side. It happens because all the planets in the solar system orbit roughly on the same plane as Earth. The next Mars occultation will be on January 13th, 2025.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with partly cloudy skies this morning, and lake effect snow is soon going to pick up areas north, but the rest of us today are going to be seeing some sun. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As we can see here, it is dry, but there may be some icy spots on the roads because it is pretty chilly to start this morning. So be careful of that when commuting anywhere this morning. And here's a look at our temperatures. We are all in the single digits and teens, some areas even below zero. We have Big Moose 1 below zero this morning, Inlet at just 0 degrees, and 9 degrees in Dowdesville. Looking to the south, we have 11 degrees in Cooperstown, 7 degrees in Sherburne. So overall, I would recommend warming up the car before going out this morning and just being very careful because roads may be a little bit icy, but at this point we are dry. This is our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, a Doppler radar. Lake effect snow is going to pick up for areas up north. As you can see here, it's already starting in the Watertown region. That will pick up for most of today with the highest accumulation being in the Tug Hill region. So here's a look look at our snowfall forecast, 5 to 9 inches for the Tug Hill region, 2 to 5 inches around that. That includes Old Forge and Boonville, and a trace to 2 just around that, including Rome. But for Mohawk Valley and south, looks like we are going to be seeing dry conditions today with a few peaks of sunshine as well. It warms up a little bit more tomorrow, and then a cold front moves through tomorrow overnight into Friday. That brings in a very frigid air. So we did issue Storm Tracker 2 alert day for Friday night, even a little bit into Saturday morning, because these temperatures with windy conditions is going to cause wind chill values to be 30 to 40 degrees below zero Friday night into Saturday morning. So it is going to be very cold. It's going to be dangerous to be outside for even just a little bit. So that's why we did issue an alert day for that. And on top of that, the National Weather Service has issued a wind chill watch in effect for all of us through late Thursday night and to Saturday morning due to those dangerously low wind chill values. But for the rest of today, we are going to be pretty chilly, I say, and a little bit windy with highs just in the low 20s. And we are going to be seeing partly sunny skies with lake effect snow, as you can see, continuing into areas up north. That looks to come to an end tonight. And all of us, or most of us, will be dry tomorrow with some sunshine and a little bit warmer with highs reaching the 30s. And then once again, tomorrow overnight, that's when the cold front moves through, bringing in really cold air. So for today, expect partly sunny skies, lake effect snow for areas up north. It is going to be windy and chilly. And tonight, lows drop into the teens, not quite as cold as it was last night. So for tomorrow, we will warm up just a little bit more. Friday has been issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to those dangerously low wind chill values, but a big warm up actually next week, Gary.
Yeah, I'm looking at that minus 12. It just stands right out at you.
Yes, I know. But good news is that it's just one night. And then as you see by next Tuesday, 45 degrees again.
Yeah, 4 and 8. Much warmer.
Yes, much warmer.
Hannah, thanks. The time now is 5:23. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And some lake effect snow, but mostly to the north, right?
Yes, so Mohawk Valley and south will be dry with lake effect snow up north, which I think is good because they need it.
Yeah, a lot of snowmobile trails up there and
Yes.
the ski mountains.
Yes, so it will remain all north today with the rest of us seeing some sunshine.
Yeah, good for them, right?
Yes. So let's take a look now at the temperatures to start this morning. We are very chilly. I would definitely recommend either warming up the car, using the car starter. Temperatures are in the single digits to lower teens. Calm wind speeds at this point, and all of us are dry, but the wind is also going to pick up today, and we will remain on the cooler side. Here's a look now at our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. A few flurries in our area, but we are going to be dry today, seeing partly sunny skies for the Mohawk Valley and south, and lake effect will develop up north. As we can see now, it's already starting to develop in the Watertown area. That will form towards Old Forge, Boonville. It probably is going to get as far as Rome and then stop. The rest of us seeing partly sunny skies. So very chilly start this morning. I would just watch out for icy conditions on the roads and the sidewalks. Lake effect does pick up for areas north. Then we all dry out tonight for a dry day tomorrow. But then tomorrow night a cold front moves through. That brings in really cold Arctic air for Friday and Saturday. So for today, expect chilly conditions, windy conditions as well, with partly sunny skies and lake effect up north. And we'll be talking a little bit more about our weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning,
The Cooperstown Camp is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. Today we are going to be seeing lake effect snow, and that is just over the North Countries. That's when cold air moves over warmer waters of Lake Ontario, and that produces a lake effect snow band. Today it looks to be pretty narrow, the heaviest falling in the Tug Hill region and in the North Country, including Old Forge and Boonville, and then the rest of us seeing dry conditions with some sun today. But we are starting out chilly, and we will remain chilly today. We are all in the single digits and teens this morning, just 0 degrees in Inlet, 3 degrees in Lake Pleasant, and 5 degrees in Richfield Springs. High temperatures today will reach the low 20s, but it is going to remain windy, so it is going to feel a little bit cooler. We warm up a little bit more tomorrow, but then that Arctic air comes in for Friday and Saturday. Specifically Friday night into Saturday morning, it's going to be very cold with wind chill values as low as 30 to 40 degrees below zero. But the good news is that there is a warm up next week. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The CDC is urging everyone.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with dry conditions, but it is very cold outside. It is going to remain dry today, but lake effect is going to pick up for areas north. Let's take a look now at our mountain ice tower camera overlooking Oneonta. As we can see here, dry conditions. It is chilly though, so watch out for icy spots on the sidewalks or on the roads to start this morning. And once again, we will be seeing lake effect for up north, but I would definitely bundle up heading out the door. 1 below 0 up in Inlet, 0 degrees in Big Moose, 10 degrees in Dowdesville. Looking to the south, we have 8 degrees in Sherburne, 5 degrees in Skenevis. Very, very chilly to start. We will reach the low 20s today, but the wind is going to pick up, so actually it's going to feel 10 degrees cooler than that temperature. Here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. Dry conditions to start, but we can see a lake effect snow band that's forming over Lake Ontario. It will be concentrated to the north. It's already moving towards the Watertown region, and it looks to be for the whole day, ending tonight. But the rest of us are going to be seeing partly sunny skies and dry conditions. So here's a look at that snowfall forecast. 5 to 9 inches in the Tug Hill region, 2 to 5 inches in the Old Forge, Boonville region, and then trace to 2 around that. And that could include a little bit of Rome, but then the rest of us are actually going to be seeing some sunshine today, a few peaks of sunshine through those clouds. Cold weather comes in starting on Friday, so we did issue a Storm Tracker 2 alert day for that. We are going to be seeing Arctic air coming in due to a cold front moving through Thursday night. Temperatures on Friday is just going to be in the single digits, and overnight lows are all going to be below 0 with wind chill values as possible as 30 to 40 degrees below 0. This is why we issued an alert day. It is going to be dangerous to be outside for even just a little bit Friday night into Saturday morning. And on top of that, the National Weather Service has already issued a wind chill watch for this that goes into effect late Thursday night through Saturday morning due to these very, very dangerously low wind chill values. But for today, we are going to remain dry for the Mohawk Valley and south. As you can see, a few peaks of sunshine, highs in the low 20s, but it is going to be windy, and lake effect picks up for areas north, especially the Tug Hill region. That lake effect will continue throughout today, and it will dry out tonight. Tomorrow, we are going to get a little bit warmer with some sunshine once again, and highs in the mid-30s before that really cold air comes in for Friday. So for today, expect partly sunny skies, windy conditions, and it is going to be pretty chilly outside. As for tonight, we drop into the teens, once again not getting as cold as last night and this morning. We warm up a little bit more tomorrow, but then that cold front brings in Arctic air for our Storm Tracker 2 alert day on Friday. Friday night wind chill values are going to be getting as low as 30 to 40 degrees below 0. We start to warm up next week though, Gary.
Crazy.
I know, I'm not looking forward to it, but it's only 2 days, so it should be I can deal with it.
Good time to bundle up.
Yes.
Hannah, thank you. Well, the man nicknamed the Father. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And this month we'll start with a little bit of snow for some folks, but not us, right?
Yes, so Mohawk Valley and south will remain dry with some sunshine today, and then north will be receiving the lake effect snow.
They always get it.
Yes, but that's good for them because I feel like they haven't got a lot of snow yet this season.
You know, they'll get some today.
Yes, they will. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. At this point, we are dry. A few snow flurries in our area, and as we can see, that lake effect snow forming for areas up north this morning. It's kind of moving towards the Watertown region at this point. The heaviest snow is going to fall in the Tug Hill region, and then we are going to be seeing some snow in Old Forge, Boonville. So they are going to be seeing lake effect snow here this morning. But it is very cold to start. I definitely recommend using the car starter. We are ranging in the single digits and teens. Partly sunny skies, calmer wind speeds, but the wind is going to pick up today, and temperatures will only reach the low 20s. So it actually is going to feel about 10 degrees cooler today. It is just going to remain very, very cold, and it is very cold this morning. So I would watch out for icy spots on sidewalks and roads when heading out the door. So today we are starting out very, very cold, very chilly. So keep that in mind as you are heading out. So maybe a little bit icy as well. We will be seeing lake effect snow for areas up north, but for the Mohawk Valley and south, actually, we will be dry with a few peaks of sunshine. After today, we will warm up a little bit more tomorrow, but then that Arctic blast comes in for Friday and for Saturday due to that cold front moving through Thursday night. So for today, we actually are going to be cold and windy with some sunshine with that snow up north. And I will be talking a little bit more about very frigid Arctic air coming in this weekend. Coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. New York State Police.
The Oneonta is brought to you by Mountain Ice Paint Gel.
Welcome back. We are starting out very cold this morning in the single digits and lower teens. It's not windy though. It will get windy picking up late this morning, early afternoon. So temperatures today will only reach the low 20s and actually feeling 10 degrees cooler because of that wind. But we are going to be dry and see some sunshine in the Mohawk Valley and south, but areas north actually going to be seeing some lake effect snow. We're looking at the heaviest totals in the Tug Hill region, a little bit more in the Old Forge, Boonville area, 2 to 5 inches there, and then a trace to 2 just around that, and that does include Rome. Looking ahead to this weekend, we will warm up a little bit more tomorrow, but then Arctic air comes in for Friday and Saturday. Friday highs in the single digits, Saturday in the lower teens. Overnight lows are all going to fall below zero with wind chill values around 30 to 40 degrees below zero, which is going to be dangerous if you will be outside. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Boilermaker priority registration. On Tuesday, the moon eclipsed Mars in what is referred to as an occultation. That happens when a planet disappears from our view directly behind the moon's left side and reappears an hour later on the opposite side. It happens because all the planets in the solar system orbit roughly on the same plane as Earth. The next Mars occultation will be on January 13th, 2025.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out dry, but it is a very, very chilly outside with most of our temperatures in the single digits. Let's take a look now at our mountain ice tower camera overlooking Oneonta. Partly cloudy skies to start here this morning, but we actually are going to be seeing lake effects start to pick up for areas north and the rest of us seeing sunshine today. Once again, very cold. All of us are in the single digits, lower teens, even areas up north below zero. We have 3 below in Old Forge, 1 below zero in Inlet, and 10 degrees in Clinton. Looking to the south, we have 7 degrees in Hartwick and 6 degrees in Milford. Dry conditions at this point on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but as we can see here, we are seeing a lake effect snow band forming up north. It is moving towards the Watertown area at this point. The heaviest snow is going to fall in the Tug Hill region and towards Old Forge, but the rest of us aren't going to be seeing anything. We will be seeing sunshine in the Mohawk Valley and south. So 5 to 9 inches in the Tug Hill region, 2 to 5 including Old Forge and Boonville, and a trace to 2 that is including a little bit of Rome as well. But that's for all of today. We dry out tonight with dry conditions tomorrow, and we do have an alert day issued for Friday and Friday night, even into Saturday morning a little bit, because a cold front is going to move through Thursday night, and that is going to bring in Arctic air. It is going to be very, very cold. It's also going to be very windy on Friday and Friday night. This is going to bring a wind chill values as low as 30 to 40 degrees below zero, which is very dangerous to be outside in at all. Because of this, the National Weather Service has issued a wind chill watch already that goes into effect late Thursday night through Saturday morning, and this is due to those dangerously low wind chills, and that's in effect for all of us. So for today, it is going to be pretty cold. Temperatures are going to be in the low 20s. It is also going to be windy. We are going to be seeing lake effect snow continue for areas up north with partly sunny skies for Mohawk Valley and south. That lake effect snow looks to end overnight. We will not be getting as chilly tonight. Lows are going to be in the teens. And as for tomorrow, partly sunny skies with a warm up a little bit more. Highs are going to reach right around and just above freezing. So for today, expect cold weather, a little bit windy with some sunshine with lake effect snow up north. And tonight we will dry out with that lake effect snow north, and the low will remain in the teens. Tomorrow we will warm up a little bit more with some sunshine, but then a cold front moves through tomorrow night for our alert day on Friday. That causes very, very low temperatures. Highs are going to be in the single digits on Friday. Overnight lows all below zero with wind chill values around 30 to 40 degrees below zero, Gary.
Bundle up if you're heading out Friday night.
Yes, I don't think I'll be outside. I think I'll stay in with Nala.
Oh, that's
yes.
nice. Hannah, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow. Thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And tomorrow, Groundhog Day. Everyone looking forward to it.
Yes, hopefully we get an early spring.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But today we are going to be seeing cold weather and some lake effect snow for the North Country.
None down here.
Yes, it looks like it's going to stay north, which I think is good for us and then good for them too, because they need some snow.
Yeah, a lot of trails up there.
Yes, so let's take a look now at the temperatures to start this morning. Very, very chilly. I would recommend warming up the car or using the car starter. Temperatures in the single digits to the teens, even up in the North Country. Temperatures below zero, so definitely use the car starter this morning. Calmer wind speeds, but the wind is going to pick up today as well. It's just going to be a cold and windy day. Here's our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. Dry conditions to start, a few snow flurries, and we do see that lake effect snow band forming over Lake Ontario. That will be concentrated to the north today. It looks like we are going to be dry in the Mohawk Valley and south. So very chilly start. Watch out for icy conditions on the sidewalks and the roads. Lake effect is going to pick up for the north, and that will last for today with partly sunny skies for the rest of us. And then we are going to be seeing very cold Arctic air coming in this weekend. I would say Friday night, and Saturday morning. So for today, expect partly sunny skies, windy and cold conditions, and then lake effect for the areas up north. I will be talking a little bit more about our weekend forecast coming up, Gary.
Anna, thank you. And don't forget that Storm Tracker 2 forecast never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning, President Biden and new Speaker.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. Today, most of us are going to be dry, but lake effect is actually going to pick up for the north. It is going to be a very small band of it when cold air moves over the warmer waters of Lake Ontario, and it is going to fall just in the North Country today, so a very narrow band of this. And the Mohawk Valley and South look to be seeing some sunshine. But it's going to be pretty chilly today. We are already starting out this morning pretty cold, just 0 degrees in Inlet, 7 degrees in Richfield Springs, and 12 degrees in Little Falls. Highs will just reach the low 20s, and it is going to feel about 10 degrees cooler because of the wind. We will warm up a little bit more tomorrow, but then that Arctic air comes in Friday and Saturday. Friday and Friday nights, it is going to be very, very cold with wind chill values around 30 to 40 degrees below zero, which can be dangerous. But then into next week, we start to warm up again. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The CDC is urging everyone to stop using the time now.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out dry but very cold this morning. Temperatures are in the single digits for most of us, and we will remain cold and windy today. Let's take a look now at the Cappy Tower camera. This is overlooking the Mohawk Valley. As we can see, there are some clouds, but a few peaks of that beautiful sunrise occurring this morning. It is very, very chilly, and actually we are going to be seeing lake effect picking up for just the north today. So Nala, who lives in the Mohawk Valley with me, is clearly saying hi to her neighbor Baby this morning. They just want you to watch out for some icy spots and areas up north. Be careful traveling throughout the day because lake effect snow is going to persist up there. But for the rest of us, partly sunny skies and dry conditions for the day. Very, very cold to start. Very cold up north. 3 below zero in Old Forge, 1 below zero in Inlet, and 6 degrees in Verona Beach. Looking to the south, we have 7 degrees in Hartwick and 8 degrees in Embaston. We are all still dry this morning. This is our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. But we can see that lake effect snow band forming over Lake Ontario. It is going to remain up north today, with most of us seeing partly sunny skies and dry conditions. And here's a look at the snowfall forecast. 5 to 9 inches concentrated on the Tug Hill region, 2 to 5 inches around that, which includes Old Forge and Boonville, and a trace to 2 just around that, which does include Rome. But then the rest of us are going to be dry for today, and all of us are going to dry out for tomorrow. But tomorrow night, a cold front moves through. That brings in really cold Arctic air to the region. We have issued an alert day for this for Friday night into early Saturday morning. We are going to be seeing very low temperatures. It also is going to be windy at this time, and this makes for wind chill values to fall around 30 to 40 degrees below zero, which is very dangerous to be outside in at all. And on top of this, the National Weather Service has issued a wind chill watch in effect for all of us late Thursday night through Saturday morning because of these dangerously low wind chills. For today, we actually are going to be on the cooler side. Highs just in the 20s. It is going to feel about 10 degrees cooler because of that wind, and lake effect will persist up north, as we can see on our skycast here. That looks to dry out tonight, and most of us are going to remain mostly dry tomorrow. We are going to be seeing partly sunny skies once again, and actually it's going to warm up a little bit more tomorrow with highs reaching the mid-30s. So for today, expect cold, windy conditions, partly sunny skies for most of us, but lake effect for the north. Lake effect looks to end overnight for the north, while the rest of us see cloudy skies and lows in the teens. Warming up a little bit more tomorrow, but a cold front brings a round of snow showers Thursday overnight into our alert day on Friday. It also brings in really cold Arctic air. Overnight lows on Friday all below zero, with wind chill values around 30 to 40 degrees below zero, Gary.
Burr on Friday.
Yes, Friday night, Saturday morning, waking up as well. But the good news is that if you look to Tuesday, we start to warm up again.
Spring.
Yes, spring, hopefully early spring tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll find out. Hannah, thank you. Well, the man nicknamed the father of peeps forecast. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are tracking sunshine for the Mohawk Valley and south, and some lake effect snow showers are falling up north. Let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As you can see here, the heaviest snow is falling in the Watertown area, with some snow showers just around it into Lewis County and into northern Herkimer County, and that will persist for the rest of today and looking to come to an end overnight. But it is pretty chilly, I would say, for all of us. Just 21 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, and it feels like 9 degrees because it is pretty breezy outside. But the good news is that we are seeing sunshine. So lake effect snow continues for the north today. We are going to be seeing very cold air coming in for Friday night, and Saturday morning. That's due to our next cold front moving through. But then after that, we start to warm up next week again with highs in the 40s by Tuesday. So for today, expect cold, windy weather with sunshine and lake effect snow up north. I will be talking a little bit more about our alert day Friday coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Across the country, roads remain treacherous.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking partly sunny skies for the Mohawk Valley and south, and a little bit of lake effect snow up north. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As we can see here, sunshine finally, a little bit of a breeze, so it is feeling pretty chilly outside. But if you are going out anywhere, you probably need the sunglasses to drive around today. Finally seeing some sunshine here in the area, and Nala and her neighbors seem happy about that for this afternoon. They are saying hi to each other. Today she is saying hi to baby. Lake effect snow is possible up north here now, but if you are commuting anywhere else in the Mohawk Valley or south for the rest of the day, conditions will be dry with some sunshine. So great way to keep Nala and baby warm today with that sun coming through the window. Skywatchers have us this afternoon pretty chilly, and it is feeling about 10 degrees cooler because of the wind. We have just 14 degrees still in Old Forge, 19 degrees in Cooperstown, and 23 degrees in Clinton. And it is going to remain windy today with the winds not coming down until tonight. Here's our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, Mohawk Valley and south are dry, but once again, lake effect snow band forming up north. The heaviest of snow at this point is in the Watertown area, but that snow is going to linger up there for the rest of today, and it doesn't look to come to an end until overnight into early tomorrow morning. Now tomorrow we actually are going to see dry conditions for all of us, and we actually are going to warm up into the 30s. But a cold front moves through tomorrow night, and that brings in Arctic air for Friday. We did issue an alert day for this. Friday night into Saturday morning, it is going to be very, very cold with windy conditions, and this allows for wind chills to be around 30 to 40 degrees below zero, which is dangerous to be outside in at all. So this is going to be Friday night, Saturday morning. And on top of this, the National Weather Service has issued a wind chill watch for all of us that goes into effect Thursday night through Saturday morning because of these extremely low wind chills. So here's a look at that on our weekend forecast. Friday, as you can see, high temperatures just in the single digits. Up north, a high temperature below zero. Saturday, we warm up a little bit more with highs in the teens, but still going to feel very chilly outside. And that overnight low on Friday night into Saturday is our main concern because it all is going to be below zero and the wind is going to remain overnight as well. So for the rest of today, expect partly sunny skies and dry conditions for the Mohawk Valley and south, and lake effect continuing up north. Lake effect will kind of try to calm down tonight, and as we head into tomorrow, all of us look to remain dry. We get a little bit warmer with highs reaching the mid-30s. And I did just want to show you the cold front moving through tomorrow night. This is 10 p.m. As it does move through, brings in around of snow, and then look at that temperature into a Friday morning. So for today, expect highs just in the 20s, north lake effect, the rest of us seeing partly sunny skies, windy conditions, and tonight it is going to get cold again with a low in the teens. We warm up a little bit more tomorrow with that alert day coming in Friday due to that Arctic air coming in very, very cold and dangerously low wind chills. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. New information this noon, something much lighter, the weather. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now with a first look at the forecast in this half hour.
We are tracking sunny skies for the Mohawk Valley and south, and we are seeing some snow up north this afternoon. Let's take a look now at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Lake effect snow band forming up north. We see the heaviest of snow falling towards Watertown and into Lewis County and northern Herkimer County a little bit for the rest of the day today, but the rest of us will remain dry. It is cold for all of us though. 21 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. Feels around 10 degrees cooler, feels like 9 degrees outside because it is pretty windy, but the good news is that we are seeing sunshine. So sunshine for most of us with lake effect snow band up north. We are going to all dry out for tomorrow, get a little bit warmer before Arctic air comes in for Friday night, and Saturday morning. But then quickly after that, we will see a warm up. It actually is going to get pretty warm into the 40s by Tuesday. So for the rest of the day, expect partly sunny skies. The snow will continue up north. Temperatures in the 20s, and I will be talking a little bit more about that alert day on Friday coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Now 2 days.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. Most of us are seeing sunshine this afternoon with lake effect continuing up north. Let's take a look now at our mountain ice tower camera overlooking Oneonta. We can see partly sunny skies here. For once, we're finally seeing some sunshine, so if you are heading out at all this afternoon, I would definitely grab those sunglasses. You probably are going to need them. But it is a little bit chilly, so I would definitely bundle up. Most of us are in the 20s still, and it feels about 10 degrees cooler because of the wind. Still 14 degrees in Old Forge, 19 degrees in Cooperstown, and 22 degrees in Otsego. We are going to remain right in the 20s for today, and once again, it is going to remain windy for the whole day, so it is going to feel much cooler. Here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at Doppler radar. We are tracking dry conditions for most of us with some lake effect snow showers up north heading towards the Watertown area, and some of it is heading into Lewis County and in northern Herkimer County. That will continue for the rest of the day, even into the overnight hours with a couple of inches possible in the North Country area, but the rest of us will remain dry, windy, and chilly for today. We will warm up a little bit more tomorrow with sunshine once again, but things change on Friday. A cold front moves through Thursday night. That brings in really cold air, Arctic air for Friday night, and Saturday morning. This, combined with windy conditions, is going to cause dangerously low wind chill values. So we did issue an alert day for that because it is going to be pretty dangerous to even be outside at all, especially Friday night and early Saturday morning. And on top of that, the National Weather Service has issued a wind chill watch in effect for all of us starting Thursday night through Saturday morning because of these dangerously low wind chills. So looking at that on our weekend planner, as we can see, Friday highs just in the single digits, even a high temperature below 0 for the North Country on Friday. Friday night, all of us will fall below 0, and that's when the lowest wind chill values will be. Around 30 to 40 degrees below 0 wind chills are possible Friday night into Saturday morning. We warm up a little bit more on Saturday, but still highs in the teens is still going to be very cold on Saturday. It's going to be less windy though for Saturday. So for the rest of today, partly sunny skies will continue. Dry conditions for most of us, with lake effect continuing up north, and that lake effect will dry out tonight. Tomorrow we will be seeing some sunshine once again. It gets a little bit warmer, highs reaching the mid-30s. And I did want to show you the cold front heading through Thursday night. This is 10 p.m. We see a line of snow starting to come in from that cold front, but then look on the back end of this, how quickly those temperature drops. Friday morning, 6 a.m., all below 0. So for today, expect sunshine, lake effect snow continuing up north. It's going to be windy and cold, and tonight it will get cold once again as well. We will warm up a little bit more tomorrow with sunshine again, and our alert day comes in for Friday due to very, very cold weather. Friday night as well is when wind chills are going to be the lowest, and it is going to be pretty dangerous. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The CDC is urging...
For a first look at the forecast tonight, we bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Boy, it's starting to feel cold out there today.
Yeah, and it's going to get a lot colder here later this week. We're starting out with some of the newest information from the National Weather Service for Friday. They have upgraded the wind chill watch to wind chill warnings for the North Country. Wind chills could be 30 below 0 heading into Friday night. Before we get there, we do have some weather to track this evening. While it's been a generally quiet day across the Mohawk Valley with some sunshine, the lake effect snow to the north has been ripping. Looking at snowfall rates over 2 to 3 inches per hour, and there's whiteout conditions in Lewis County right now. So if you are heading to the north, just be aware of some very changeable weather conditions. This band of snow will continue to lift to the north as we head into tonight. Current temperature is 22 degrees. It feels like 10 with the wind. Again, that lake effect snow stays north tonight. Arctic blast is on the way for Friday. Big time cool down, but it doesn't last for very long. We are tracking warmer weather as we head into the weekend. Partly cloudy skies this evening, temperatures in the teens. Again, tracking that cold weather on the way, along with some wind. We're looking at wind chills as we head into Thursday night, Friday, and Friday night, and that's coming up. Kristen, back to you.
The Empire State Winter Games tour.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking some lake effect snow that continues to fall to the north. The weather across most of the area looking more like our tower cam this evening. This is our CAB tower cam. We've been seeing some sunshine, clear skies this evening will allow temperatures to fall into the teens and in some cases the single digits. Cold tonight, not quite as cold as last night. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, most of us are looking at dry weather. However, if you are driving to the north, there is a pretty hefty band of lake effect snow that's taking place across Lewis County. This does extend into northern Herkimer County. The band of snow right now just skirting northern Herkimer County, but this band of snow will be around for the next few hours before it lifts to the north. So pretty difficult driving conditions in Lewis County and parts of Lewis County expected this evening and tonight. And the snow that's been falling there throughout the day and tonight will lead to accumulations close to a foot along the Tug Hill. Temperatures in the teens in some of the area. Big Moose 14, Inlet 16, but it isn't quite as cold in other places. Utica's 22, Little Falls 22, and of course with the wind, it does feel a lot colder than these air temperatures. Cooperstown 23, Skenevis 18, and Sherburne checking in with 24. If you are taking the dog out for a walk this evening, again, bundle up and make it a short walk. Temperatures will drop down into the teens. Tonight's featured dogs, Chloe and Wyatt from Marcy. If you wanted to be part of this, head to Facebook. That's where you can go to submit your dog photos. Search for Bill's Buddies. High pressure keeping our weather dry today, but that west wind, again, producing some of that lake effect snow to the north. Our weather looks pretty quiet over the next couple of days, or at least the next 24 hours, as winds turn into the southwest as some warmer weather works in. Before the lake machine shuts down, it does produce another 3 to 5 inches of snow in the Tug Hill tonight, 1 to 3 inches possible across Lewis County and northern Herkimer County. Again, this is accumulations just for tonight. A lot of that snow looks to come to an end after midnight. The lake effect snow band lifts to the north overnight. We're looking at dry conditions across the area. Temperatures drop down into the teens. Tomorrow looks like a mild day. We'll see a mix of sunshine and clouds. A southwest wind will help bring temperatures into the 30s. And then an Arctic front arrives as we head into Thursday night. Watch what happens in the temperatures in the backside of this front. They plunge, and it is going to be bitterly cold here throughout Friday. Friday's temperature during the day around 0, so some really serious cold on the way. Wind chills during the day Friday will continue to drop. We start out around 10 below 0, and then it drops to about 20 to 25 below 0 during the day, and then it continues to drop to about 30 below Friday night. Partly cloudy skies tonight, down to 13. Tomorrow, looking at partly sunny skies and a pleasant day, a high of 36. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. That alert day Friday, 3 degrees. We're 12 below 0 Friday night. Saturday, we start to warm up. It's up to 12, but we do climb into the 40s as we look ahead to early next week. And coming up in the next half hour, we're talking about wind chill and the science behind wind chill.
All right, Bill, thank you.
A savage winter storm. Meteorologist Bill Curtis, a little put your professor hat on today.
Yeah.
Kind of explain what wind chill is.
Yeah, we're talking about wind chill. Did you know that your body doesn't have adaptations to the cold? Which means whatever genes you have, that's what you get. With the heat, it's different. If you spend a lot of time in the heat, you will sweat more. But with cold, you just have to deal with it. Let's talk about dealing with the cold. We're talking about wind chill. And that's, of course, the wind plus the air temperature. You can't measure the wind chill. You have to calculate it. But it is a real thing. It's not just a way that meteorologists can be dramatic. This is all about the frostbite temperature, because on exposed skin, when the winds are blowing at 20 miles an hour, when the temperature is 5 below 0, frostbite happens much quicker. And that's what these numbers are all about, to get your attention to make sure you're dressed properly for these conditions. And we are talking about wind chills by Friday night that could be about that, between about 20 to 30 below 0. Looking back at January, it was a warm month, the 8th warmest month on record. We didn't have any days that were considered below average or any days below 0. But we've had a lot of mild weather here for the entire month. Tracking some lake effect snow to the north this evening. Otherwise, it's partly cloudy. Temperatures will be in the teens. We're tracking that cold weather for Friday. Look at that wind chill coming up. Back over to you.
A new push to lower your grocery bill.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking some pretty cold weather here as we head into the end of the week. Very cold weather, actually. Let's take a look at what's happening outside. This is our mountain ice Oneonta camera. And we saw some sunshine today across most of central New York, but it's been a different story to the north. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. There is some heavy lake effect snow taking place across the Tug Hill and across northern Herkimer County, right on the fringe of this band. In the middle of this, snowfall is coming down at a rate of about 2 to 3 inches per hour, and there will easily be a foot of snow in some of these spots by tomorrow morning. So if you are heading north, be on the lookout for that. Now that we're into February, let's take a look at some of the climate stats here. The warmest February day was 72 back in 2018. Coldest February day, 34 below 0. That's also the coldest temperature recording in the Utica-Rome region. That was set back in 1934. 73 inches of snow fell in 2007, the record snowiest February. Norway, 20 degrees, Forestport 18, Old Forge 17, Inlet down to 11. Across Southern Valleys, Cooperstown 20, Secaucus 19, Cassville 19, Paynes Hollow with 20. So it will be cold tonight, not quite as cold as last night. We do have some warmer weather on the way. Winds turn into the southwest. That's going to bring that lake effect band to the north. That will also bring in some warmer temperatures tonight. Additional snow overnight for the Tug Hill and North Country, about 1 to 3 inches of snow possible from Boonville to Old Forge. Again, this stays entirely outside of the Mohawk and Southern Valleys. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, again, that band of lake effect snow lifts north. It'll be over with by midnight for most of the North Country. Temperatures start out tomorrow morning in the teens. Sunshine is expected tomorrow afternoon with a southwest wind taking over. That will bring temperatures above freezing in the afternoon. Here comes this Arctic front Thursday night, 10 p.m. A quick burst of snow, an inch or two of accumulation, and then the temperature just plummets. It's going to be really cold on Friday. Temperatures during the day will be around 0. and it will be below zero heading into Friday evening and Friday night. Wind chills during the day Friday, again, factoring in the wind plus the air temperature between about 10 to 20 below zero for the majority of the day. So it is going to be very, very cold out there Friday afternoon, Friday evening, and Friday night. Partly cloudy skies tonight, down to 13 tomorrow. Enjoy a mild day for early February, a high of 36. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, the alert day for Friday, again, with all the cold weather, it's going to be quite cold Friday night, frigid down to 12 below zero. 12 above zero on Saturday with a couple of flurries in the air. We're into the 30s by Sunday, so a remarkable turnaround temperature-wise. And looking ahead, we're into a February thaw now with temperatures in the 40s again by Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be right back.
With Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, who will get us ready for the cold.
Yeah, we're tracking Friday and Friday night with not only the air temperature but also the wind. The National Weather Service has upgraded the wind chill watch to a wind chill warning for the North Country. Wind chills are expected to drop to about 35 below zero in these areas. Again, this is for Friday night. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Most of the area looking dry this evening, but to the north, we have been tracking some heavy lake effect snow that continues to fall in Lewis County. So if you are heading north, just be aware of that. Snowfall rates here 2 to 3 inches per hour, and some of this is blowing around, creating poor visibility. Current temperature is 22 degrees. Again, partly cloudy skies. Our weather headlines. Lake effect snow stays to the north tonight. An Arctic blast on the way for Friday. Bitterly cold temperatures, but they don't last. We are seeing a pretty big swing in the temperature, not only on the downside for Friday, but then on the upside again, heading into the second half of the weekend. This evening, partly cloudy, temperatures in the teens. We're tracking these big swings in temperature coming up. Back over to you.
The Boilermaker 15K? The Boilermaker 15K is now at 6.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking dry weather across the region this evening. This is a live look outside. Our Utica National Tower Cam is overlooking Cooperstown. Turned out to be a cold day. Temperatures in the 20s. That wind had a bite to it, didn't it? That wind chill this afternoon was in the teens for the most part. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. While the weather's been pretty quiet across the Mohawk and Southern Valleys, it's been a very different story to the north. This band of lake effect snow has been bringing some very heavy snow to Lewis County and the Tug Hill. These bands do extend into northern Herkimer County, so if you're traveling north tonight, be on the lookout for this. The lake effect snow will stay north as you head into tonight, and it will eventually fall apart. The month of February is here. January was the 8th warmest on record. As we look at the month of February, we continue to gain daylight. In fact, we gained a lot of daylight in the month of February, 1 hour and 13 minutes of daylight. Compare that to all the time we've accrued so far of extra daylight since the winter solstice. It's been less than an hour. So you'll really start to notice the days getting brighter throughout this month. Temperatures across the area in the teens. It is cold out there. Alder Creek, 19 degrees. Donna in Norway with 20, Clinton 21. Across Southern Valleys, Cooperstown 20, Milford with 17, and Newport, Jason checking in with 22. The winds are going to turn direction from the west into the southwest. That will carry this band of lake effect snow to the north. It does produce an inch or two of snow overnight across the Tug Hill and North Country, but that band lifts north and is pretty much over by around midnight. The rest of the area looks dry tonight with partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the teens. Thursday, we'll start out dry. We'll see a southwest wind kick in. We'll see some sunshine throughout the day, especially south of the Mohawk Valley. Turns out to be a generally pleasant day. An Arctic front comes barreling in from the north Thursday night. You can see it showing up very clearly on Skycast. A burst of snow. And look at the wind along with the temperatures here as that rolls through. We're down into the single digits to near zero Friday morning. And Friday is going to be frigid. Air temperatures will be right around zero throughout the day. The wind chill will be between about 10 to 20 below zero as we head into Friday. And that's during the day. In fact, look at the wind chills Friday afternoon. Again, very, very cold conditions expected. 1 p.m. wind chills could be about 20 below zero. The coldest wind chills happen Friday night. We could be talking about wind chills below 30 below zero. So very serious cold on the way. It doesn't last. We're going to climb out of this really quickly beginning Saturday. Partly cloudy skies tonight, down to 13 degrees tomorrow. Looking at generally dry weather with partly sunny skies, temperatures in the mid-30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We have an alert day for all the cold weather Friday. Again, temperatures in the single digits, wind chills well below zero. Saturday, we start to warm up. There'll be less wind Saturday, so Saturday's cold, but it's going to feel a lot less cold compared to Friday. On Sunday, 34 for the high. We actually got a February thaw going on here. Temperatures in the 40s by Tuesday and Wednesday.
I'm going to be warming up Saturday at Wing Wars. A little bit of spice will help get us through that day.
Yeah, sounds
Harts
good.
Hill Inn.
Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, a new state championship. We're going to get to those stories in just a moment, though, but we're bringing in Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis right now because we're talking about the frigid cold temperatures that are coming up later in the week.
Before they get here, though.
Oh, there's more.
Before they get here, we're going to be tracking an Arctic front. This is what we're starting to see come together. These smaller weather events, they're not always obvious a few days in advance, but it's becoming more and more obvious that this line arrives around 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. So talking about gusty winds, locally heavy snow, maybe even some thunder snow.
Wouldn't that be cool?
We got to get Jim Cantori up here for this. Let's take a look at what's going on out there tonight on the radar. The Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some scattered snow showers continue, especially north of the Mohawk Valley, where lake effect snow has been ongoing. It's been difficult driving across portions of northern Lewis County tonight and into the Tug Hill. The snow continues to fly. That will stay to the north and keep accumulations outside of the Mohawk Valley. Current temperature is 22 degrees. We have mostly cloudy skies, and temperatures tonight will drop down into the low teens. So it'll be a pretty cold night ahead. We are tracking a nice day tomorrow before that Arctic front and bitterly cold temperatures arrive. We're looking at how cold it gets. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, 2 Utica men are in custody and facing charges. Welcome back. It's a Weather Wednesday. Meteorologist Eric Gaines joins us now to talk all about a record that could be broken end of this week. Good evening, Eric.
Good evening, Jason, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another Weather Wednesday. Today, we're recapping a very mild January and also looking at a record possibly being broken within the next couple of days. So starting off, here's a look at January's temperatures versus average, and as you can see, there is a lot of red. And aside from a few days, we've been well above average temperature-wise for the entire month. Officially this January, we were around 8 degrees above average, but surprisingly, it's only the 8th warmest on record. The warmest January was actually in 1932, where there were 4 days above 60 degrees and only 1 day where the high temperature fell below 30. Also, compare this January to that of last year's, where we were around 6 degrees below average. This winter as a whole has also been extremely mild, which means for us in central New York, less snow and more freezing rain, as well as ice. Now, you've likely heard that by now it's going to get really cold this Friday, and since we haven't officially reached or fallen below zero in the Mohawk Valley just yet, we wanted to see just how unusual this is. So, on average, it's usually mid to late December when we see our first below zero temperature. The record that we will likely break this coming Friday is that we have never had our first 0 or below day in February. This year will mark the first time this has happened, at least since 1970. We did have a single season where we never officially fell below zero, though, and that was the winter of 2001 to 2002. So, although it's very unlikely, it is still possible in the future years to have an entire winter without negative temperatures. That'll do it for this week's Weather Wednesday. Back to you, Jason.
Eric, thank you. The Boilermaker.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside from our Cooperstown camera. This is sponsored by Utica National. The weather tonight looking pretty quiet. We are tracking lake effect snow to the north. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's been snowing really hard across the Tug Hill Plateau today, and this snow will continue to lift to the north. It's been producing some heavy accumulation in parts of Lewis County. It's difficult driving here, so something to keep in mind. Over the next couple of hours, this band of lake effect snow will lift to the north, so by tomorrow morning, it really shouldn't be a big deal. February's changing weather. January was the 8th warmest on record, as you heard from meteorologist Eric Gage. Let's take a look at February. High temperature, the highest temperature ever recorded, 72 degrees in 2008. The lowest was 34 below zero. That was also the record coldest temperature ever recorded. That was set back in 1934. Record snowfall for the month, 73 inches back in 2007. Radar and satellite image, we are tracking, again, that lake effect coming to an end. Winds are turning into the southwest, so our weather will temporarily warm up. Tonight, we start out with temperatures in the teens. Tomorrow, looking at a southwest wind. Decent amount of sunshine throughout the day. Temperatures climb into the 30s, so pretty nice afternoon. An Arctic front comes barreling in from the north as we head into tomorrow night, stopping things at 10 o'clock. Here's the leading edge of that front. It's expected to produce some snow squalls. Those are rounds of very intense, heavy snowfall. It doesn't last for long, but it produces strong winds. Could see wind gusts 30 to 40 miles an hour. Whiteout conditions, that's when visibility is less than a quarter of a mile. And if things come together enough, there is a small chance that we could see some thunder and lightning with this. The snow squalls roll through, it's just taking about a half an hour or so, and then what's left behind is the bitterly cold temperatures. It gets really cold Friday. Friday morning, we start out with temperatures in the single digits, and that's as far as we go. The lake effect snow showers will be taking place in western New York, but the wind direction does not favor our area. We'll be cold and dry heading into the start of the weekend. Looking at the wind chill, this factors in the wind and the air temperature. 7 a.m. Friday, it's about 10 to 15 below zero. That's how it's going to feel with the wind. And look how the wind chill changes in the afternoon. It gets colder. Wind chills could be 20 to 25 below zero heading into Friday afternoon and Friday evening. Friday night, the wind chills bottom out between about 30 to 40 below across the entire area. And then we climb out of this pretty quickly. Saturday, it's a frigid start to the day, but the numbers come up quite a bit. We're at least into the teens. Single digits in teens as we head into Saturday afternoon. So still very cold, but it's not going to be as bitterly cold. Partly cloudy skies tonight, down to 13. Tomorrow, a nice day. Enjoy it. High of 36. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather is going to warm up after this frigid spell Friday. We're talking about temperatures in the teens. Saturday, a few flurries. Sunday looking dry. A February thaw. Temperatures in the 40s here by Tuesday and Wednesday, maybe some rain showers too.
Nothing surprises me anymore, not after this kind of year.
It's very unusual to just see this cold air just sweep out in early February.
We'll look back at this and remember when?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Bill. Coming up next, family members. I'm Jason Powles. Thanks for joining us. Before we get to all of those stories, though, we want to bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Kardis here, because not only are we worried about how cold it's going to be later in the week, we're going to deal with snow squalls, possibly tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, before all this cold air comes in, it starts out this way. This is an Arctic front dropping in. This is 10 o'clock tomorrow evening. We're talking about the possibility of snow squalls, a burst of snow. The ingredients in place might even create some thunder snow. So,
wow.
Yeah, this could be quite intense. We'll let Jim Cantori know. Let's take a look at what's going on across the area tonight. It's been snowing across the North Country, Lewis County, the Tug Hill getting some very heavy snow at times today. That band of snow has generally stayed to the north, still impacting areas across northern Herkimer County and northern Oneida and southern Lewis counties this evening. That snow is going to lift to the north, so we're not expecting a lot of accumulation. In fact, no accumulation is expected in the Mohawk Valley. Current temperature is 22 degrees, light west wind at 7 miles an hour. Tonight we're down into the teens. It'll be a cold night, but it's going to get a lot colder here as we head into Friday, and especially Friday night. We're tracking that Arctic blast on the way. I'll look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. We are following breaking news out of the city of Utica.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. It's a Weather Wednesday. Meteorologist Eric Gage joins us now talking about a record that could likely be broken this week. Eric, good evening.
Good evening, Jason, and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to another Weather Wednesday. Today, we're recapping a very mild January and also looking at a record possibly being broken within the next couple of days. So starting off, here's a look at January's temperatures versus average, and as you can see, there is a lot of red. And aside from a few days, we've been well above average temperature-wise for the entire month. Officially this January, we were around 8 degrees above average, but surprisingly, it's only the 8th warmest on record. The warmest January was actually in 1932, where there were 4 days above 60 degrees and only 1 day where the high temperature fell below 30. Also, compare this January to that of last year's, where we were around 6 degrees below average. This winter as a whole has also been extremely mild, which means for us in central New York, less snow and more freezing rain, as well as ice. Now, you've likely heard that by now it's going to get really cold this Friday, and since we haven't officially reached or fallen below zero in the Mohawk Valley just yet, we wanted to see just how unusual this is. So, on average, it's usually mid to late December when we see our first below zero temperature. The record that we will likely break this coming Friday is that we have never had our first 0 or below day in February. This year will mark the first time this has happened, at least since 1970. We did have a single season where we never officially fell below zero, though, and that was the winter of 2001 to 2002. So, although it's very unlikely, it is still possible in the future years to have an entire winter without negative temperatures. That'll do it for this week's Weather Wednesday. Back to you, Jason.
Eric, thank you.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside from our Mountain Ice Oneonta camera. The weather this evening looking pretty quiet across central New York. We are tracking some snow showers to the north. This band of lake effect snow has been producing some heavy accumulations across the Tug Hill Plateau and North Country, occasionally skirting parts of our area. Across northern Oneida County, some flurries are falling. Also, some steadier snow towards Old Forge. This band of lake effect snow is going to lift to the north as we head into tonight. With it being February 1st, and as Eric mentioned, we are coming off of a record warm January. Let's take a look at some of the records in February. The warmest it's ever been in February, according to the records, is 72 degrees in 2018. The record low for the month, and also the record low for the all-time, or at least all the records that we have, 34 below zero in 1934. Snowfall, 73 inches was measured in 2007. The temperatures gradually warm up throughout the month, and we gain 1 hour and 13 minutes of daylight over the next 4 weeks. Radar and satellite image showing a change in the wind direction taking place this evening. This band of lake effect snow lifts to the north, and it does get a little bit warmer tomorrow, but that's only temporary. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, your morning commute looks dry. We're looking at partly sunny skies. Temperatures start out in the teens. A generally pleasant Thursday. It's dry throughout the afternoon. We'll see a mix of sunshine and clouds, and temperatures will be warmer than today. We'll climb into the 30s for the high. This Arctic front arrives tomorrow night between about 9 to 11 p.m. You're going to want to plan on being off the roads while this front goes through. About a half an hour of strong winds, whiteout conditions, thinking an inch or two of snowfall. Not a lot of snow, but comes down all at once. Look what the temperatures do in the wake of that front. We go down into the single digits by Friday morning. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, temperatures could be below zero in parts of our area. And that's the air temperature. That doesn't account for the wind and the wind chill, and we will fall well below zero Friday night. The wind chill, again, factoring in the wind and the air temperature, this is what it'll feel like Friday morning. Between about 10 to 20 below zero, and the numbers keep going down throughout the day as the winds pick up and the temperatures fall. By 1 p.m., 20 to 25 below zero. 7 p.m., about 25 to 30 below zero, and then Friday night is when it gets the coldest with the wind chill. We could be talking about numbers between 30 to 40 below zero. The good news is that this doesn't last for very long. By Saturday, the numbers come up quite a bit. We'll see temperatures on Saturday afternoon back into the teens and much less wind. Partly cloudy skies tonight down to 13. Tomorrow, a pleasant day. Temperatures in the mid-30s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, the alert day for Friday due to the cold. On Saturday, after a sub-zero start, we're looking at temperatures back into the teens with a few flurries in the air. It's dry, it's cloudy Sunday. We are above freezing into the 40s with some rain showers possible Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be right back.